What's up, guys? So today I'm out in the shop. I'm gonna be making some wooden bass plugs. So this is the Bass Oreno. It's a wooden bass plug. It's got a scooped out bill area. I guess it's not a bill, it's like the scooped out head. I don't know really what you call that. I found this in an antique store, like a flea market type store. You can see the original color. It's been painted over as red and white, and that's kind of the classic Bass Oreno color, red head with the white body. So I'm going to be replicating these. I've got one plug right here that I've already made, and then here's what we start with, just two pieces of 1x wood that are laminated together. So we're going to be going from our wood block to a finished Bass Oreno replica. Alright, so this is just my cheap little micro lathe I got on Amazon. I've got a block chucked up here. You can see that it's not square, it's a rectangular, and it's definitely not square on the ends. So the first thing we got to do is cut a round surface on this side that we can chuck up in order to make a round lure. This thing, I got this on Amazon. It says Tool first, obviously some kind of Chinese piece of junk, but it actually does pretty good for this kind of stuff. Because this is rectangular, it doesn't chuck up evenly in this chuck, so the first thing we got to do is cut a round spot over here that we can chuck up and get a good surface to work on. This is just a little piece of 2x that I put in here so that I can work up against it with my lathe tools. All right, here we go. Okay. So now we've got a nice round end that we can stick in our chuck. So we'll get this thing chucked up and then we'll start getting into the actual work. Alright, so I've got it chucked up. I got the dimensions of the original online. There's some good diagrams and stuff. I could also measure the one that I've got, but it tells you exactly what the specs are supposed to be and how it also tells you about the components that are used in it and helps you date the lure if you have an old one. Anyway, I'm just gonna start working this, get it down to where it's a cylinder and we can start actually shaping the lure. Alright, so at this point we've basically got about a 3/4 inch cylinder. The way these Bass Orenos are shaped, they are basically what we're looking at here. Taper starts, I believe it's 5/8 of an inch is where the taper starts, and it tapers down from there, sort of a cigar shape. And then the front is scooped out, and we'll do that on the grinder probably, but yeah, from here on we've just got to take the overall diameter down to what it's supposed to be, and then, which I believe is 3/4 of an inch, and then we'll taper the end. Just to double check some measurements here. So overall length should be about 3 3/4. Yep, 3.625 to 3 and about 3 3/4. Taper length. So apparently there are 3 different taper lengths. It says to measure up to 5/8. which would be a 0.625. About there, and then measure back from that point to the end. That's a ½ inch. A ½ inch to the end from the 5/8 mark of the taper, so that's a short taper version. I'm gonna mark that. And that's where we should be at 5/8. So rotate that side of your pencil. So right here we should be at 5/8. Taper down this way, taper up this way until we get to about 0.9. Okay, that's about right. Pretty close there. So that looks pretty similar. So now I'm just going to take a couple more passes just to smooth this out a little bit, and then start using some sandpaper on it. All right, move up to some 220 here. All right, so now we're gonna just cut this end off here. There we go. Not bad. At all, really. I'm just going to take it over to our grinder here, and we'll cut our recess out. All right, that looks pretty nice. Not bad for my, it's actually my third one. So this is the first one I made a while back, and you can see it's smaller in diameter. It's got a longer taper. This was before I had the actual Bass Oreno to go by. I was just kind of guessing, and it doesn't have the deep scooped face. So what I'm gonna do is I'll probably scoop this one out a little bit more, and then I'm gonna do both of them at the same time, and we'll do a different paint job on this one. We'll kind of see how the different taper lengths and sizes compare, and maybe try to catch a fish on this guy. All right, guys, so the we're gonna paint this first one. I'm gonna be using the I think it's kind of the classic color scheme from what I can see, and it's underneath where this one's been repainted. You can see it. And I'll try to pull up some color charts from online, but it looks like it's kind of angled in and out like an arrowhead shape with red on front and white on back. So we're gonna replicate that. Yeah, we're gonna get started. I just got some acrylic paint for the white. I think what I'm gonna do is, I've got this pearlized paint. Put some of that in there just to give it a little bit of a shimmer to the white. And then we'll just use straight red for the head. All right, got it taped off, ready for the red paint on the head. Go ahead and paint this one. I went ahead and cut another one out because I'm gonna have some leftover red. I'm gonna go ahead and just paint it all red and do a red bodied one while I've got the red paint. Alright, we got the eyes painted on there. Gonna go ahead and put our clear coat on. Got this other one, the black head with the red body, done as well. So we'll go ahead and clear coat both of those. I'm gonna use just this spray polyacrylic. All right, there's our completed reproduction of the Bass Oreno from the 1950s. There's our original. Just gotta see if it'll catch fish. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for this video. We got our reproduction Bass Oreno built. First time I built a bass plug like that, a wooden bass plug or any kind of lure really, so it was a learning process. Pretty fun, but yeah, we're gonna see if we can catch a fish on it at some point. Anyway, that's gonna do it. See you next time.